Good morning, OHS. Today is October 16th, and it's a B-Day. For your weather, there will be a high of 57 and a low of 39. There also will be a 70% chance of precipitation in our area. In recent sports action, the boys and girls cross-country teams celebrated their senior nights on Wednesday, but fell to Central Square. That's all for your sports. Now over to Nick and Tyler with your announcements.
Thanks, Alex. So Tyler, pictures were a couple weeks ago. When do you think we're going to get our pictures?
Well, I actually don't know, but I do know that seniors are getting their pictures soon, so let's talk about that right now. Senior pictures start this week. If you haven't signed up, there are still spots available. Please go to room 127 if you wish to sign up. OCC will be here today during 4th period. SUNY New Paltz will be here tomorrow, 4th period, and Hibbert College will be here Monday, October 19th, 4th period. There will be a mandatory players meeting for those wishing to try out for the hockey team. The meeting will be immediately after school today outside of the weight room. Now over to Nick with the rest of your announcements.
Thanks, Tyler. If you are interested in community projects, volunteering, and fundraising for charities, Key Club is the club for you. The first meeting is October 19th in room 202 right after school. There will be a brief sophomore class meeting on Monday, October 19th in room 217 right after school. We will be starting our Yankee Candle fundraiser, so please stop by to pick up your fundraising information. If you have any questions, please see Mrs. Morse or Mrs. Koskowski.
Nick, I've been noticing a lot more people reading lately around OHS. Have you noticed that too?
Oh, actually, yeah, I have. Here at WBUC, we decided to introduce a new part of our show where we showcase different books that are popular amongst OHS students.
Let's send it over to WBUC alum Connor Sheffield to kick it off for our first edition of Books for Bucks.
Good morning, OHS, and welcome to the first edition of Books for Bucks. I'm here with senior here at your dear OHS, Michaela Callan. So, Michaela, what do you think is the influence that literature has on our current generation?
I believe that literature has a very positive and powerful influence on our generation. And with the literature, we can utilize it to create a message that our generation wants to send to the world.
I couldn't agree more. So what would you say your favorite genre of literature is?
I would say I enjoy the classics very much. There's something about the past that is so enticing and powerful to me that it's so wonderful to see how they thought back then.
And how would you recommend to someone to go about finding a good book?
I would recommend someone to go to the library or a bookstore and just pick a random book from the shelf and just start reading it.
So you're on the clock, you have 30 seconds. Tell us about your favorite book.
All right, well, one of my most favorite books I brought today is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. This book is one of my most favorites because it not only brings about the controversial topic of banned literature, but it also relates the idea that in a world where all literature is banned. And I just cannot imagine no literature in a world. And it does not only end there. The firefighters, they don't put out fires. They actually create them in the places where there are books. So can you imagine where they ruin books? They burn the books? I just cannot even imagine that. I can't imagine my life without literature, but this book creates it for me. But the most frightening fact in the world today is that there are places where literature is banned, and we are incredibly fortunate to have such books and libraries in our homes and schools where we can have access to books like that. So I would just recommend this book to everyone if you would like to read controversial topics and stuff like that. So yes, read on, OHS.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I can't imagine a world without books, so that would be a terrible shame. Thanks for watching, OHS. As always, tune in next time, and our hashtag of the day is hashtag soccer shirts or volleyball shirts.